Hi, it's me, Justine, and I'm back with an update. I haven't seen you guys in a minute. I hope you had a very happy Memorial Day weekend. I want to apologize for the mess behind me. Usually I like to have a nice tidy background, but my dog was in my bed all day. Left in a mess, and now I have to wash everything. But I love it. He's a good boy. Nielsen's a good boy. Now I have a lot of videos planned, but really first I wanted to give you guys an update with me and multiple sclerosis. You guys know I have multiple sclerosis, and I have like the relapse-remitting type, meaning that I'll have a relapse. I take steroids for it, usually in the hospital. You guys remember that iconic reaction that I did to an Amberlynn Reed video while I was in the hospital. It's pretty good, considering how not well I was. I'll leave that link below, and I'm sure I'll have more reactions to our girl upcoming in the future. Well, I've been doing all this reacting and fun. I feel like I've been kind of neglecting what's been going on with me. Alright, so more recently, I was in the hospital the end of March into April. And what happened was I had a relapse. Basically, my legs got really spastic, meaning it's kind of hard for me to bend my legs, and I walk like, I don't even know, the Tin Man. Could barely walk. So I went to the hospital, they gave me steroids. I made that reaction, which was hilarious. Then I got kind of better and I went home. Now what's been going on since? Well, since then I started a new MS medication. They call them disease-modifying therapies, and I haven't been on a disease-modifying medication for literal years, which isn't good. If you have MS, don't do that. And I was doing that because I was in probably some kind of denial, and I don't like, most of them are injections, and I didn't want to do that, and so I just didn't do it. I was fine for a few years. But then what happened was I went in the hospital at the end of March, and they did an MRI, and what they found was I have like new activity. Like usually what it is with MS, you have like lesions on you can see it in an MRI, it's like on your nerves. And I had new lesions that were like active and inflamed, and which is kind of not good. That's like a worsening of your condition, basically. You know, once the scar is there, that's what multiple sclerosis means. It's multiple scars that show up on an MRI. Now, once the damage is done, then the damage is like done, and I gotta deal with it until who knows when. There's no cure, you know, it's a really dumb disease. So I had new lesions, which freaked me out. Now, the disease-modifying medications help stop that from happening, but I wasn't taking them, and so then I had new lesions, hence the worsening of my walking and stuff. It got better after I took steroids in the hospital, and then I started taking this medication. I was taking generic Copaxone, but then after a week and a half of taking the generic Copaxone, I had an allergic reaction. Like I documented this on my Twitter. I broke out in hives. It was horrible. So I had to stop taking that, and now I'm trying to get on Avonex, which I've been on before, so I know I'm not allergic to it. But now I'm trying to figure out how I can pay for it, because the copays on these things are over $1,000. So right now what I've been doing is trying to figure out how, there's like foundations to help pay for. I have to do this footwork myself. It's really stupid. So I'm figuring that out. And in the meantime, I feel like since I got out of the hospital, my increased walking problems is still kind of there. Like I'm still having a harder time. And I don't know if that's like a worsening of my condition. My neurologist doesn't seem to think so. Because what can happen is your relapse-remitting MS can turn into a more progressive type. And that happens in a lot of cases with people with relapse-remitting MS. It turns into a more progressive type after a decade or so of being diagnosed with relapse-remitting MS. It turns progressive. I don't know if this is rambling, I'm sorry. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm trying to get on a different medication. I'm working on it. Who knows? You know, the healthcare in this country sucks. In the meantime, I'm completely maxed out on my spasticity medication that helps people with my condition walk. I'm on the highest dose possible. I can't go any higher. So that's basically what I'm dealing with right now. So the best thing I can do is, well, the best thing most people with MS can do is try to deal with the symptoms, try to treat the symptoms. Honestly, I kind of walk like a jerk. You know, my spasms are really dumb. If there's anybody out there that's like, oh, why doesn't Justine work? She's lazy. No, that's not the case. There's a reason why I had to stop working, okay? I also have those problems with my hands. You know, I can barely type. It's really dumb. So I'm taking the highest dose of that medication. Luckily, by the way, I've had some people comment, oh, I'm so sorry you're in pain. and I really appreciate that, but nothing hurts. I'm in no pain. But I do feel really stiff usually, like it's hard to do things. So I am going to be starting a new treatment in addition to hopefully the Avonex if I can figure that out. I talked to my primary care physician, and I'm going to be starting a new regimen that's kind of controversial, I guess. I don't want to talk too much about it, but it is, thankfully, in the state where I live, it's legal for people with MS to take this, so if you want, you can probably guess what it is. But I don't want to talk too much about it, but I'll be starting that in the next month or so. So I'm hoping that that helps. I mean, like I said, this is the best thing I can do, is to just try to help in what ways I can, eating well, keeping my weight down, like I have been with #weight-loss thing. Keep a healthy body weight, keep a healthy diet, keep hydrated with your coldest water bottles, of course. I don't know if you can read what it says. This is coldest. So I'm trying to just, I don't know, take care of myself. I'm trying to de-stress, hence the lack of Amberlin lately. I can't even, I'll be back at it soon, I'm sure, but I just can't. So I'm trying to relax, trying to eat well, trying to lose weight, trying to do the best I can. You know, the hardest thing is trying to relax, because life is stressful. But this new medicine should help me to relax too. So I'm sure I'll keep you guys posted on that. And I'm sure I'll be back soon with a reaction, probably tomorrow. I mean, I can't keep away from this. I hope this wasn't too rambling. I hope you enjoyed the update. And I will see you soon. Bye.